how much I love and appreciate every one of you, our leaders. Today's broadcast is going to be a little bit different. I've got a panel of management and leaders who are how much I love and appreciate every one of you, our leaders. Today's broadcast is going to be a little bit different. I've got a panel of management and leaders who are for me. You know, I set my intentions early this year, and my intentions are all based upon, this word, we're one part, all in on creating. Creating a movement that's going to empower the world with greater opportunity to go out and improve lives. In other words, creating a movement that you are going to take to the world, and you are going to transform the world. Today's broadcast is all about that vision. In my 30 years at this company, I truly have been never more excited than I am right now on what's to come. So today's broadcast is going to be amazing. It's going to be different. Please pay attention, take notes, stay awake wherever you are in the world, because this is going to be filled with information you are going to need to go out and mobilize your teams around the globe to change this planet. It's going to be amazing. To kick this off, as I said, I wanted to do things a little bit differently. And as many of you know, since Dubai, we've had a different approach of working together with you, our Team Elite partners around the globe. And I reflect back on a conversation that I had back in January a year ago, when I had one of you come to my office and have a sincere heart-to-heart conversation about your vision, your dream, your future, and where you wanted to go in life, and asked for a partnership unlike anything we've ever seen before. Now, that leader was Charlie Patterson. Charlie is a 19-year Team Elite. He's been Team Elite Platinum multiple times. He is a Force for Good, Nourish the Children ambassador. He is also an extremely close friend and someone I look up to. He has got the best interests of Nu Skin in his heart. While Nu Skin is based upon teams, what we know most of all is that Nu Skin is truly a global family. And what I love most about Charlie is he thinks about this business as a global family. Charlie is just one of our Team Elites that we've asked to address you throughout this broadcast. And so I want to turn it over to my good friend, my partner, Charlie Patterson. Charlie, take it away.
Thank you, Ryan, and hello, everyone. For those that I have not had the pleasure of meeting you yet, my background before Nu Skin, I was a professional wakeboarder, and that laid the foundation and really set the stage for what I would experience here as an opportunity and with the company. And I really saw it exactly as I experienced in wakeboarding. And I know many saw that as confusing in the beginning when I said, this is exactly what we did to build the sport. And I was ended up being one of the pioneers of the sport, where myself and our peers that were enthusiasts and had a great vision for the sport collaborated. We worked together to create something new, something that the world had not seen before, something that created a movement. I love that Ryan just used that word, because we created a movement that was energetic. It was exciting. It created pull energy that people wanted to be a part of it. And I had the pleasure and honor of doing that professionally for over 10 years of my life. And that was until one day I woke up, that I looked out at the lake that I lived on, and I never wanted to do it again, because that fire inside was gone. And as I looked for what was going to be the next chapter of my life, after reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I knew that I wanted to find something that was leveraged. And in search of that, that brought me to Nu Skin. I found exactly what I was looking for. It didn't necessarily look exactly like I thought I was looking for in the beginning, yet very quickly I fell in love with the actions of the business, on what we would do to actually build the business. And over the last 21 years, Nu Skin has been my sport. And as we look towards the future and looking at it, what my past with athletics and the co-creation of the sport, from the development of the Pro Tour to the X Games, to really building the grassroots and developing people through to a pro level, it's very much that I see here today. And having conversation with Ryan that led to other conversations with the rest of the executive team early last year, as I was looking to the next chapter of my life, going into the second stage of 20 years, and ideally the next 40 years of Nu Skin, I looked at it like, where am I going to invest my time? And who is it going to be with? And what I have found, especially over the last year, that this executive team is the best that I have previously worked with. I believe that every other executive team that we worked with before Ryan and Steve and Justin and the market heads have really set us up to win and succeed here. Yet this team understands the importance of the co-creation, that we in the field representing our peers have the ability to co-create and collaborate with each other to build the next 40 years, like the first 40 years was put together by our founders from the field, the sales leadership, and the company and the founders. And so as I think about these people, Ryan, Steve, Joe, Justin, and the market heads, I trust them at the highest level that I've ever had in this company, with the highest level of faith and belief that has set a vision for the next decade plus that I personally can get behind, that I'm energized and excited and have sleepless nights because I know that they have the same vested interest that I do in this business, in the long-term benefits of helping us foster and grow the next generation of our business. I'm sure, just like you, that as I think of my 5 children and the future, that I have 4 that are 7 years old, and I have 1 that is 10 years old, that one day, at least one of them, if just one of them comes to me and says, Dad, will you teach me how to do Nu Skin? Then I've done something right. And that is what I see in our future, is the time that we are able to go on to the next generation of our families, the next generation of the company, and tell them with the highest level of belief and vision that the future is better than the past. That where we are going, that there is a new opportunity, and we are creating, that we are co-creating together, and that we're working in collaboration for a better future. And I have been excited about the business. I have loved the business, yet never at the state that I am today with the biggest vision, the biggest opportunity that I have seen, and that I want to go out and build with my peers and the closest that are in my life and bring them on board so that they can be a part of this journey. And so I encourage you to meet your market heads where they are, to seek to understand them and be involved in the creation of your areas as we move forward with this project. Because we need you. We need you to fulfill this vision and our cause. We've got to work together to succeed, to make this company the best place for the next generation to be and to invest their time as we have. And so I'm incredibly grateful to our executive staff, our executive team, and Ryan for their partnership and what they've done and the co-creation that we've seen with the SPP as we worked on that for 3 years together to roll it out, and excited for the new markets to have that. Work with my peers, the collaboration that has with the individuals that you're going to hear from today and others, people that I aspire to be like, individuals that I desire to learn from, and that I find myself every single time that we are together in a community that I'm desiring to be better, and that I have so much to continue to learn, not just from the field, which is existent, but also with the company and our partners that we're working with. And so, Ryan, thank you for all that you're doing. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for your investment into the relationship with us in the field. And then I love the words of the book that you recommended that we read, The Heart of Business, that it's about the people, that our business is about the people. It's about us. It's about you. And it's about each and every one of those individuals that we're working with that looked us in the eyes and we told them, we've got you. So Ryan, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to the rest of my peers and the team in the broadcast tonight. Bye, everyone.
Man, Charlie, thank you so much for that message. Like, seriously, just listening to you inspires me. And Charlie, you used the word co-create 5 times in your message. And I'm so happy you dialed in on that, because we're taking a different approach in 2025 forward of how we build this opportunity together. We've talked before about this. Nu Skin's a unique company, right? On the one hand, you've got Blake, Sandy, and Steve, who founded the company, coming together. We had Clara, Craig, and Craig from the field side coming together and working hand in hand, side by side. They created the business we now call Nu Skin. And over the years, we've tried to do that, but I want to tell you how committed we are to doing it better than ever moving forward. And so you're going to hear this word, co-create, all throughout my presentation, throughout everyone's presentations today. And you're going to hear this day after day, month after month, year after year from this company. And so I view us a little bit like a kitchen. In a kitchen, you've got the people that bring the ingredients together, and then you got the chefs that make it all work. And the way I kind of look at our roles and responsibilities is, as a company, our job is to get you the absolute best and most innovative products on the planet that are going to empower you to power your business and to bring in millions and millions of people to this business. Our job is to build a compensation and business model that is rewarding, that's lucrative, that enables you to build out your legacy on that. And then we need to do a great job and a better job logistically supporting your business. Your job then is where the magic happens, of bringing all those ingredients together to create that ultimate dish that we take out to the world. And so what I'm about to provide to you today with my partners here in Steve Hatchett, Dr. Joe Chang, and Justin Kiesel is to give you information, to give you ingredients. And what I want to ask of you in co-creation is that you're taking notes and you're taking a list of all these ingredients we give you so that you can go back and you can create the opportunity that's going to power your business. So let's jump into it. You've heard me talk about 8 billion people on the planet and how critical it is for us at Nu Skin to provide an opportunity to help every single one of these people look, feel, and live better lives. That is our mission. That's our commitment, and we are intent upon taking Nu Skin to the world. This discussion today is all about how we're going to do it and how it's going to make a difference for you. You all have read, if you've read anything today in the media, you know that there is a massive aging movement happening around the world. In fact, there's a new Netflix series called The Blue Zones. And if you haven't watched it on Netflix, you should watch it. This is all about how the population around the world in pockets is living an extended amount of time, or over 100 years. These are called centenarian blue zones. And there are 5 of them, from Greece to Costa Rica, California. We've got Okinawa, Japan. We've got Italy. These are areas where people live literally longer, over 100 years, in masses. And there are 4 critical components that cause these people to live longer: movement, nutrition, having a community of people, and a purpose in their life. I want you to think about that. Movement, nutrition, part of a community with purpose. Does that sound familiar to any of you? That sounds like Nu Skin to me. But these populations of people that have purpose and movement and nutrition and community are living longer than ever. One of the things that I love, and you're going to hear from Dr. Joe Chang in a few minutes, is this idea of what people are truly looking for. And we look at this, and everyone wants to live longer, lifespan. But what's more important than living longer, I would argue, is how you live longer, your youth span. In Dr. Chang's book, he talked about the aging myth and how the people are living longer, but they're living longer in an unhealthy state. And it's our job, it's our responsibility through our mission and our vision to bring this reality to life. There is an enormous global wellness industry that is emerging right under our feet. We have been a part of that journey for the last 40 years. This global wellness industry is $6.3 trillion. T, not billion dollars. Now I want to be clear about this. Jensen Huang at NVIDIA talks about trillion-dollar total addressable markets, and that when you find a trillion-dollar total addressable market, that is a business opportunity that you cannot ignore. So when we think about the global wellness industry, we're talking $6.3 trillion that's set to grow to $9 trillion by 2028. This is exploding. We're seeing great companies around the world, including the world's largest companies, entering into this space at mass. Health movements, wearable devices, products they consume, lifestyle, exercise, fitness. There is a movement that is undeniably unignorable. I don't know how that translates through all of these languages, but it's a huge movement. A core component of youth span and living younger for a longer extended period of time is dealing with oxidative stress. In other words, the toxins and pollutants that we ingest in our body through the foods we eat, the pollution we're surrounded with, and just the overall stress and anxiety in our lives creates a challenge for us as we age longer. And we need to find a solution to that. You all know this because Nu Skin's been doing this since the beginning. I love our mission of being a global force for good by empowering you to go out and improve lives, helping other people to look, feel, and live better. That's what it's all about. We've had our global management team in the last 4 days talking about, are we living true to our purpose? Are we living true to this mission? Are we taking opportunity to everyone in the world? And how can we do that better? We are committed to doing this mission and enabling 8 billion people on this planet to have access to it. We set a vision very recently, over the last couple of years, to create the world's leading beauty, wellness, and lifestyle ecosystem. Now, some of you ask, why do we call ourselves an ecosystem? Nu Skin is so much more than a company. We're so much more than the products that we sell. We're so much more than the opportunity that we provide. We're so much more than the culture, the teams, the community that we have. We are an ecosystem, and we're committed to empowering the world through beauty, wellness, and lifestyle in an integrated fashion. That's what we set our sights to do, and we're about to move one step further down this path. You know we've had 40 years of innovation, going all the way back to 1984, all the way back to the original formulation of LifePak, way back in the 90s, fast forwarding to being able to measure that through the biophotonic scanner in 2002, 3, and 4, the creation of ageLOC, which has become a multi-billion-dollar brand in and of itself over the last 10 years. Nu Skin has been on the forefront of anti-aging and antioxidants from the beginning. In fact, I love this rainbow chart of benefits that consumers receive when dealing with antioxidants. Over the course of the last several months, as our science and product teams have been cranking away on the next innovation, I've been studying and relearning the power and importance of antioxidants. You all know this better than I because you consume the products that give you those antioxidants from LifePak and G3, Collagen Plus, Youth, Meta, all of these amazing products that Nu Skin has today. Every single one of those products helps you deal with oxidative stress and the overall aging process. We were true pioneers in that world, and we're going to continue to innovate boldly in our future moving forward. So with that, let me play a short video and a small clip into what's coming. You might want to pull your phone out. You might want to record what I'm about to show you. So I'm going to give you 5 seconds to get that phone out and record what I'm about to play. Are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you get the message here of what we're putting out there? Welcome Prysm.io, our next multi-billion-dollar business. Prysm is truly intelligent wellness in a technology unlike anything on the planet. This innovation is going to change the world. We are part of the world's longest running aging study, over 15 million people, 26 million scans a day, powered through AI that is making all of this happen. I often look back on Nu Skin's 40-year history and I think about how we've evolved over time, what our original aspiration and ambition was at that time, and how do we leverage that. You know, this business was the original social network well before Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all of these other social media platforms came about. Well, if you think about where we're sitting today, this new technology powered by AI is going to enable us to do things like that we have never done before. It's going to enable us to literally scan the world with opportunity. So I want to get into the details behind how we will truly measure what matters. What matters most is not the length of time we live, but the quality of the life, the youth span by which we live. And that's exactly the technology we're bringing about. So without any further ado, I'm really excited to introduce our next speaker here, next presenter, and he's going to take you through this innovation and how it came to be. Before Steve Hatchett comes up, I want to let you know that this is a guy who is scrappy. You all know Steve. He is an innovator in his heart and in his soul. There is nothing he can't do once he sets his mind to it. Together with Dr. Joe Chang and the power of our science teams, our global value stream, we are going to bring an innovation together that literally is going to change the world. 3 years ago, Steve came to me and he said, Ryan, I believe there is great opportunity in the biophotonic scanner if we can find a way to bring it to the world. And at the time, I dismissed it and I said, Steve, I don't think the technology's there yet. But if you can bring us the technology and you can fit it in your pocket, I'm willing to invest in it. Lo and behold, here we are. Less than 3 years later, he walks into my office 3 months ago and he pulls it out of his pocket, literally out of his pocket. The next evolution of AI-powered measuring device that's going to change the world. So Steve, take it away, man. Let's go.
Thank you, Ryan. What a privilege to be here. And Charlie, thanks for that great start. What an impactful day this is going to be for everyone around the world. I hope you feel the energy we're feeling here in Provo and it's transmitting to you, because we love what we do, but we can't do it without you. You are why we do this business, and we're so excited about taking this message all over the world. We are so excited about this vision that we've talked about for so many times, about the world's leading integrated beauty and wellness ecosystem. Sometimes that can sound just like words, but when you see what we're about to present to you, the time is now. We have all the elements of something that's going to change the world, and people say that a lot, but get ready to buckle up because we're going to do it together. Really, the bottom line is this: the world isn't healthy. On the outside, it may look pretty good. It may even look thin, but not healthy. It could look muscular, but not healthy. In fact, actuaries are now looking at millennials who have been the biggest fans of getting healthy and nutritious and trying to make sure that they make good decisions in their lives. And they're saying that their levels of decline start at age 27, and it's going lower and lower. So when people are talking about, are they really healthy? Do they know? Are they doing the right things? That's the big question, and that's the opportunity that we have here at Nu Skin to really change the world, because we have what the world needs. Now look, it's very simple. You can cut open an apple and you can see oxidative damage. It's that simple. One side has lime juice. The other side has no antioxidants. There's antioxidants in lime juice, but there's also nutrients in lime juice. So you put it there, in less than 30 minutes, you see the oxidation happen. That's what's happening inside of our bodies as we're getting pounded by these free radicals every single day. In fact, free radical damage is so impactful that one of our members of our scientific advisory board indicated that it's like being in a room and getting pelted by these balls that just keep bouncing off of you and hitting you time and time and time and time again, except for you can't see them and you don't feel it. It really does impact our quality of life. In fact, if you look at it from this perspective, you go into the cellular level, there's all these free radicals that are banging around. They catch our cells, and there's trillions of these free radicals that attack from UV rays, from pollution, from stress, from metabolism, exercise, sleep, any of those types of things, smoking. Those decisions we make every single day impact us. And some decisions we don't even make, in terms of the sun, in terms of pollution, in terms of some of the things and the chemicals that we have in our foods, it's impacting us. And then you see it manifest like you see here, if you're lucky, because that gives you a visual to kind of feel it coming on. And guess what's happening on the inside? There is so much more to this story, and the person who knows this and actually wrote a book about it, and is somebody who actually has changed the world's opinion about, is aging really something that we're just born with? Is it something that just happens? Is it something some people are lucky, some people aren't? Well, Joe Chang destroyed that myth. First, he came out and he put the biophotonic scanner on the map, and then about 10 years later, he put the book on the map that actually revolutionized the way people look at aging. Nobody can tell it better than my good friend and partner in this health community than Dr. Joe Chang. Joe?
Thanks, Steve. It's great to be here today. You heard a lot of exciting things, and I'll give you a personal perspective of what's going on. And frankly, you know, there are some occasions in life, especially in my field of science, where it's truly a landmark transformation. And I believe that right now we are standing at the inflection point of the biophotonic scanner progression, whereby we are translating what we have learned over the last 10 years or so into something even more meaningful. And I'll quickly go through that with you so that you understand where we're coming from and why we're so excited about the scanner, and why we think it's going to really transform the world of nutrition and so on. So, you know, you've heard from Ryan, we're talking about really not to help you live longer, but frankly, to help you live better longer. That's really the importance of what we are trying to do, right? In every single product that we do, whether it's on the skincare side or whether the nutrition side, we are really looking at bringing that health span a bit closer to your lifespan, yeah? This is what this particular graph is showing you, that is beginning to widen insofar as you get older, somehow your quality of life, for a variety of reasons, especially your lifestyle factors and so on, it widens the gap between the lifespan and health span. That's what we mean. That gap illustrates the quality of life that we've been talking about. So we're going to help you restore or at least manage your health span as best as we can. Fundamentally, you've heard a lot about antioxidants and what we have learned over the last 10 years, and this is where the coupling comes from in terms of how we use artificial intelligence and so on, because artificial intelligence doesn't really execute if it doesn't have an important and meaningful database. And we have created that kind of nutrition database, if you will, with the scanner over the last 10 years. So therefore now, with this new technology that we have, that we are putting into the new scanner, we're really talking about measuring nutritional health, right? At the end of the day, it's a progression. We did talk about antioxidants, no doubt, but now we're adding really fundamentally a more meaningful outcome when you're measuring antioxidants, and in fact more than that with the new scanner that we have. And obviously now nutritional health will translate with all the other things that will happen in your body. In fact, I'll leave you a little bit of teaser for the future, and that is that this particular scanner has even broader applications than just in nutrition, and that's going to happen. You've seen this 40 years, and really we have learned a lot. You know, each and every one of our product has been a learning experience for our R&D team. And while you're using it and consuming it and using it in the field, our scientists essentially use these products as tools. And I use this particular set of products to illustrate the point that each and every one of those products represented an inflection point in the new skin world, okay? And therefore, as we go through, I suspect what happens is, once we have the new scanner available, it will also create another inflection point that will take new skin to the next level. I'm personally very excited is because being a scientist, I obviously am excited by the scientific data, but without you appreciating what we have done with this new scanner, you know, Ryan has talked to you about being a partner and so on. I believe strongly that this is going to be our finest hour once we get the scanner into the field. All right. With that, I'll pass you back on to Steve. Oh, by the way, on this scientific validation, it's just another slide to tell you that we've done all the studies, and that's why it took so long, frankly, for us to be able to substantiate what we're saying or what we will say about the scanner going forward. Steve, let me leave that and let you explain other things. Thank you.
Thanks, Joe. I got to tell you, this scientific validation, really what's interesting is look at that curve. And this goes for antioxidants, it goes for nutrients, but primarily antioxidants, what we focused on, this validation that came through. What's interesting to note is that Dr. Chang was way ahead of his time. He was somebody who truly changed the game and was telling us this way before everyone else figured out it's true. Look at all these studies that are scrolling up on the side. These are all studies validating what Joe had said back in 2002, 2003, and talked about the power of nutrition and specifically the power of antioxidants. And then we put it into the difference demonstrated. What I find interesting is I've been in this business now for 33 years, and as Joe is the chairman of our scientific advisory board and quite honestly our chief guru on all things nutrition, health, and beauty, it amazes me how much of a visionary Joe is and Nu Skin is. I'm really putting it out there and being somebody who's at the forefront of innovation and technology as well as nutrition and beauty. I just love Joe. I love his spirit. I love his energy, and it's exciting to see all this validation. Now, remember, 40 years, we have been the anti-aging leaders. 23 years with biophotonic research, 26 million data points, like Ryan said, millions of people, 9,000 just antioxidant publications, not to include all the others. And then we use artificial intelligence and a proprietary algorithm specifically linked to Nu Skin that is now patent pending. Okay? We now have the social reach that we've never had when Joe originally launched this. We have something that's much bigger. In fact, if you can just conceive of it, think about this. Every single person can now have this in their home. And anybody who's a healthcare practitioner can continue to use this in a powerful way to help their individuals they're helping on a daily basis. But we could not have done this had we not done the 23 years of research, had Blake, Steve, and Sandy not started this 40 years ago. And without the ability to have the money to do the research and to be able to hear directly from you the impact it's having on your life and then validate it through clinical studies and then have a machine learning algorithm that we could create that really gave us the knowledge to be able to do what we're doing and to have that social reach is unbelievable. Timing truly is everything. And this is the time. This is our time. This is our opportunity. You have what the world needs. It's so exciting. So when you think about the difference demonstrated, when you think about the size of the scanner, and then you look at it's in the palm of your hand now, truly, you don't have any excuses. You can't say, I can't get one of those scanners, or maybe you can't get one of these. We'll talk to Justin later and find out whether you can or can't. But the key thing you want to know is the Prysm IO is going to be unique, it's going to be different, it's going to be powerful, and it's going to be for those who truly are committed to make a difference in the world. Now, there's been somebody who's done this for a long time, has been committed to Nu Skin as a friend, as a partner, as an anti-aging specialist, and somebody who works with some of the greatest healthcare practitioners and quite honestly, some of the best people in the whole world. He's a dear friend. He's in Vegas and he's opted in to Zoom in with us, and we're so grateful. Scott Bennett, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm incredibly humbled to be here with you guys today for sure. And
Well, Scott, take us through your journey and let us know what you think about this new innovation and where you've been for the last couple of years.
We'll do. We'll do. Well, I appreciate, like I said, I truly appreciate being on here. There's so many people on this call that I've looked up to, that I continue to look up to and try to learn from, from around the world. But I've been asked today to kind of talk about my journey with the company and particularly with the scanner and what this equates to. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention, Stephen Moore, who has been my partner in crime this entire time, as we have, stuck together through thick and thin with the scanner and building our organizations and everything that's there. And so I truly appreciate his partnership and, working together as we do this. But when I look back, there are a few things that I've looked back as, over this now, I guess this August will be 23 years that I've been building with this business. And the first time that I got scanned was the very first meeting I had at corporate, and the scanner was the size of about half of a ping pong table. And that was the very first time I'd ever heard the word antioxidant in my entire life. I didn't know what they were. And many of you on this call may not truly understand what they are or how they work or, the importance of it. What I looked at from a business perspective was I saw something that we had that no one else in the world had. What I saw was the opportunity to build something because we have the ability to do, and measure something that no one else can measure. That we can take, a $6.3 trillion industry, or just take the supplement industry in and of itself of, over $250 billion globally, just that portion of that 6.3. And we're the only ones that can actually measure whether or not our supplements are being absorbed. What does that equate to? How does that work? And where does that go? And what it kind of brings back as I look at, where we stand today, what I remember more than anything is looking back and thinking from a business perspective. When you solve big problems, you create massive opportunity. So big problem solving, it creates big opportunities. And that is what Joe and his team of scientists, they started at the University of Utah and then moved on to Joe, and we're looking at over $100 million invested over the years. All of those things create opportunity for us, that we're out there solving or have the ability now to solve the problems and take it to 8 billion people globally. We've never had that opportunity. At the peak with the scanner, the most scanners we ever had was just over 5,000 scanners globally. And so to be here and to understand that now it's can fit into the palm of your hand, and now we have the ability to take it to everyone all around the world. It really puts us in such a good position, such an incredible position as we try to build our business. And I'm not here to tell you how to build your business, and I'm not here to tell you, what you should change. What I have been asked to tell you is, from my perspective, what have I seen and what has the scanner actually allowed me to see or to build, in the business. And I was talking with some different leaders this morning, and they asked me to share a couple different statistics from my organization that may differ from yours, but are directly related to the scanner and this device and where that comes from. And ultimately, my organization is largely based upon customers and customer acquisition and the ability to go out there and acquire a large amount of customers. and then to put those customers on subscription, because I never wanted to start over every single month. I wanted to have something that was sustainable, that was reliable, that as I built my family, as I grew my own family, that I knew I could count on that, and it relieved some pressure as a father, off of my back. And what we've been able to do is create a business that truly does span multiple parts of the world, and yet it is 88% on subscription or auto ship, or ADR, depending on where you are in the world. That we have an average of 17 and a half customers per brand rep, in our organization, that we have created this sustainable business, even from the standpoint of retention and understanding what that retention can equate to, and those are the things that this scanner has done for me. That is why I've stayed focused primarily on the scanner. That's why I cannot be more grateful for Steve and Joe, and I mean, all of the scientists and their hard work and dedication, their breakthroughs. Guys, what they have created is nothing short of a miracle. It truly is amazing, some of the breakthroughs, and to have kind of a back door to years of research and development as they've gone down the line and gone back and forth, to then actually see it, and to just see the excitement on Joe Chang's face, and you can hear it in his voice, of when they start cracking different codes and they start bringing it to fruition. And what that does for us is it gives us another runway. It gives us something else to run with. And that's all we ask for, right? I mean, you go back to Clara McDermott from the very beginning. We want products with integrity, we want checks on time, and we want to be able to deliver that, and create that opportunity. We don't ask for much, but this is a phenomenal opportunity that sits in front of us. It's one that you can add and supplement to whatever business, or however you're focused on this business, or it's one that you can run with, directly. That's 100% up to you. But what I can tell you is the opportunity just got a lot bigger. The vision, the focus, and where we're headed just expanded right in front of our eyes, as we saw a portable, cost-effective unit that will deliver, that will do it in real time, that will use machine learning, and that will take us into the future that no one else in the world can do. And guys, that puts us in such an incredible position. I'm so honored to be on this call with each of you, to be part of this company. Like I said, I've been a part of this company now for 23 years. I started when I was 22 years old. I was working as a waiter and going to college full time. This is virtually all I've ever done. And I'm so grateful to have been introduced to this company and had leaders and mentors around me that taught me, and I hope that we can pass that on, like Charlie said, to the next generation, as we go out there and do that, and we go out there and build. So thank you, Steve, for having me on. I truly appreciate, all that you do, and the countless hours and, and sleepless nights that you put in to get us to this point.
Thanks, Scott. This is really quite a moment. I mean, Scott and I have been working together on this for going on almost 5 years, just late nights, early mornings, talking about challenges, solving problems, and coming together. And man, that was one of those hair stands on the edge of your skin moment, because, Scott, we've been working on this a long time. You and I and Steven and Paige and everybody, this whole world wants this. It's just, could we do it? And with the help of an amazing science team, you're right, it is a different game today. I mean, sure, there was antioxidants and carotenoids, and those were fantastic. And they did such an amazing job, and they still do, and they are really a key to our business and growth. In fact, if you look at LifePak, and if you look at like Beauty Focus Collagen Plus or Youth, these products are our highest subscription products we have in the business. Why? because people love them and they stay on them because they get the benefits from them and they see the difference demonstrated. Now we're talking about going a whole nother level. This is where the 8 billion people get involved, because not everybody has just an issue with antioxidants. Some of them are nutrients. Some things are happening inside of our bodies that are just different. And to have a whole new host of opportunities to be able to show the difference demonstrated beyond antioxidants, as Joe talked about, micronutrients, and being able to truly help people wherever they are in the world and the challenges that they have. Some markets, they have challenges with calcium. Some have challenges with collagen in their food. Some of them have issues with magnesium, B vitamins. Some don't have any access to anthocyanins or purple pigments and those type of applications. So for us, this is a groundbreaking moment. This is a breakthrough unlike anything I've ever seen in 33 years. And quite honestly, I started working with Nu Skin back in 1992 when they launched Life Pack originally. And to be a part of this moment, I can't tell you how grateful I am
to Ryan, to this wonderful company, and to all of you. You guys have done this. You guys have built this. It is, Life Pack is the biggest product we've ever had in the company, and it continues to be. Now just think what's going to happen as we roll this out in a whole nother level. Because the reality is the same question comes true every single time. Do you know? And almost no one in the world can answer that question. The question's a hard one to answer, quite honestly. The question is, do you really, which product do I take? There's so many products out there in the world. Which ones do I take? And if I take it, does it work? Do you know? We got to answer that question, and we can answer that question, and you can answer that question, because we've changed the game. Joe flipped the script on this, and this is a totally different ballgame. It is no longer do you know, you can know. You can take a product and you can see the difference demonstrated, and then you can have the confidence that you can share this with people, your family, your friends, your loved ones, the people, if you're really committed to the mission, which I know you are, because you're a team elite, you're on this mission with us. If you are crushing it, and it's because you're helping other people. And you're doing it because you really care. And that's what we're all about here at Nu Skin. That's what we are. Our mission is to improve people's lives and help them look, feel, live better. That's what we're trying to do. And now we have it in our pocket. You can walk into any coffee shop, walk into any home, any restaurant, any moment of the day, and share something that can change their life. Now, this next step in the beauty and wellness solution and evolution really is something different. And I was going to take you through a video, but we're a little short on time. So we're going to put that out to you at a little bit later, maybe Friday, maybe Monday, something like that, because we're really kind of tight on the time. But I'm going to tease you with the thought of, you haven't seen it yet.
So if you think you know, you don't. But I can tell you this, everything just changed today, and I hope you're with us. So let me explain a couple of quick principles so you understand, for all of you who are into the science of what this is. Before, we did maybe 300 measurements in the older biophotonic scanner, which is fantastic and cutting edge. Nobody's even caught up with it still. Now we're talking about 234,000 spectral rays that go into the finger as it touches that little individual Prysm IO. It's a totally different ballgame. But it has to anchor back to the Nobel Prize winning research on Raman that we have, and we are the only ones who have, on a proprietary database. Thank goodness for the leadership at Nu Skin who were smart enough, and Joe Chang and whoever else was involved, I'm sure Blake, Truman, Ryan, all these people were so committed to making sure they were data driven. And they created a proprietary database that literally no one else has. Only we have, and we know how people score. So when you talk to people, say, oh, we can do something on scoring, or I have a watch, or I have something that can be really powerful, great. But it's not going to give you 234,000 light measurements through a spectral ray that's unique to Nu Skin, tied into a proprietary database. Nobody has it, just us. Because it then feeds into an AI engine, which only we have, and it provides a Prysm health score, as Joe talked about before. Not just an antioxidant score, not just a carotenoid score. We're talking about a whole health score to understand what's happening inside of our bodies, okay? There's a little glimpse. You're kind of getting a look at it. You can kind of see how powerful this can be. Yeah, it can sit on a table, and yeah, you can put it in your pocket. Are you catching this? It's kind of fun. So 40 years of preparation, as Joe talked about, meets now 40 years of moving forward. We're talking about the Prysm IO and a whole new platform of products that are connected through AI, DNA, wearables, functioning through intelligent health, beauty, weight management, and microbiome, and so much more. I can't even tell you how excited we are about the next 40 years. In fact, I would love to, but I can't. We're losing time. And speaking of time, think about this. In 15 seconds, that 234,000 scans go through. Just think, in 15 seconds, you literally can change somebody's life. You can, in 15 seconds, improve somebody's life for the better. Whether it's collagen, whether it's Life Hack, whether it's youth, whether it's AP24, there are so many things. Don't just think about just the SCS products. Don't think about just carotenoids. Don't think about antioxidants. Don't think just about multi-nutrients. Think about AP24, dramatic effects. Think about all the other products we have in this business, because Joe Chang said, Steve, if any of us think this is just an antioxidant story, we're missing the story. The story is much, much bigger and includes all the products at Nu Skin. The key here is we have to continue to stop the scroll, because people see a million vitamins and minerals and so forth, but they've never seen this. Speaking of scrolling and thinking of leaders who have just been phenomenal in this business in a short period of time, I'm thinking about Amanda Carr. I mean, Circle of Excellence won, 3-year team elite. She is amazing, and she is such a humble person, but she understands this business in such a unique way that wasn't here 40 years ago. She understands the scroll, she understands social media, but what she also understands is the heart of the business is people. And I think we've got Amanda here today to talk to her about her experience, because she's fairly new to Scanner, but once she got the hang of it, she's really starting to understand the power of the difference demonstrated. Amanda, are you out there?
Yeah. Hi, Steve. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's so good to catch up with you. It's all
I know.
yours.
Thank you, guys. I am so excited. Like, I am sitting here listening to Steve and Scott, and I mean, you guys are feeling the energy, right? Like, 2025 is going to be huge for us. Um, Let me give you a little bit of background. So, I was a labor and delivery nurse for about 10 years, and I have been in Nu Skin for 4 years. And I started with the Lumi Spa. Love the Lumi Spa, love the skincare. I slowly started to try new things. And I think what separates Nu Skin from any other MLM on the market is we have so many different areas that we can sell, focus on, improve, whatever it is. But it's not just skincare. There's the beauty side of it. We have Nourish the Children. We have uh, Force for Good. We have so many things. And guess what? Pharmanex is probably the best thing about Nu Skin. And I am so sad that I was so late to discover it. Okay. I'm sitting here 4 years later and only now just getting into supplements. I think this past year, and I really want to hone in on the fact that this generation is very into health and wellness, right? So I work out, I eat pretty good. I'm like, I'm healthy. I'm good, right, guys? And so I heard about this whole scanner thing and I really didn't understand it. But in my head, I'm like, I need to get my hands on this because I have so many healthcare workers on my team. I have MDs, I have pharmacists. I'm like, this is like a shoe-in for our business, right? Even though I know really nothing about it. So I started to learn about it and I was able to lease one. And I was so excited to scan myself. And guys, I kid you not, if anybody has scanned themselves before, I got a 27,000. I was like, wait, that doesn't look good. That's close to the red, right? And they're like, yeah. And I was looking at the sheet. I'm like, that can't be good. I don't understand, because I'm healthy. And so then my husband, who, if you don't know Trevor, but him and I are like competitive. And I was like, all right, what's his score gonna be? We checked his score and it was 41,000. I was so mad, you guys. So mad. I'm like, you don't eat as healthy as me. I don't understand. Yes, you work out, but like, what's up with that? And what I ended up figuring out of what these scores actually meant is when I deep dove into what antioxidants were and free radicals and cells, everything that Steve was talking about, right? So I really dug deep and I was like, okay, well, how do I fix this? And supplementation, because honestly, guys, we can get our antioxidants from our food source, but let's be honest here, our food source is not like how it was in the 1960s. It's processed now. We are not able to get those nutrients and as much nutrients as we need quickly, right? So I was like, I can't, I don't have enough time for that. I am going to try to eat healthy, but let's go ahead and add some supplements in. So I added a Life Pack Nano, and so did my husband. My husband hasn't been uh on it as much as I am, because again, I'm competitive. I want to beat his score. Guys, I'm sitting here 2 months later and I'm at 61,000 on my scanner score. I have took people on a journey on my stories on social media. I'm like, this is a biophotonic scanner. It's the world's only device that we have, Nu Skin has, okay? And nobody else has it. And I'm going to take you on this journey. This is my score. It's telling me I'm not healthy, guys. I'm about to take these supplements and let's watch what happens. And people have watched. I have so many people on subscriptions now because they actually are seeing proof. And I think that's the problem with supplements is, yeah, you hear okay, this supplement will do this and this supplement will do that. And a lot of times we don't really feel it. Okay. So like, how do we know this is actually working? We actually have proof. And that is what makes us stand out to any other network marketing, because we only have it. And the fact that they are making this into a device that's going to be the size of the palm of our hand, and in 15 seconds we can know our health score, guys, we are going to blow up the market. Okay. And so if you are in the business where you focus in on one product at a time and stuff like that, I challenge you to step out of your comfort zone and really learn things like the scanner and supplements and all that kind of stuff. And because even if you are not interested in it, you probably have a person on your team that would kill it in supplementation sales. Okay. And I did read this quote today. Guys, this book, if you don't have it already, it's amazing. It's The Ultimate Guide to Developing Leaders by John Maxwell. It's fantastic. And there was a quote in here that it actually reminded me of the scanner. It said, good leaders provide a means for people on the team to get where they need to go. And guys, this scanner is revolutionary. And you probably have people sitting in your organization that would do amazing with this. So I am so excited. I hope you guys are excited. I'm so thrilled. This is going to change our business for the better.
What I have to say after that is mic drop. That is unbelievable. Oh my goodness. I just can't believe you haven't been exposed to it for longer, because I can hear your passion, your energy,
so great.
your amazing smile. It's so fun to see how fun this business can be when you're really giving something that you really love and works and is the difference demonstrated. And Amanda, I'm just so fired up. I can't wait to see you here in Provo next time or wherever we meet around the world, because I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being the heart of this business, and thank you for doing what you do. You're amazing.
Thanks, Steve.
So we're going to wrap up my section. I hope you guys are excited, because this is just page one. This is a book we're writing together, and it's going to be a lot of fun to do it. And so this is just page one. It's going to get started, and we're going to keep writing it together. As we said, as Ryan said right from the get, we're co-creating this journey to really help 8 billion plus people change their lives. And if you're in, then let's go. Okay, the need is massive. We know the need is massive. Okay, there is so many people out there. And the comment that I get from so many, well, I don't understand it. Well, I'm not sure about it. I think Amanda just put that to rest. If you just take a little bit of time and you're committed and you really want to go, you can see all these people and be that light, if you will, that light that's going to change things in that region of the world and around the world. And you can light up this world in a way that really brings nutrition and wellness and beauty and something that means something to somebody as they build their business and they're sharing it with their friends and family. I can't tell you how many people say to me, Steve, the most important person in my life is my mother or my father or somebody, a parent, a friend, and I want to do something that means something. And this really means something. But here's the deal. Here's the biggest deal. It only means something if somebody makes a choice to do something with it. You have it. It's here. It's now. And we're ready to go. And the reality is, it's only going to be available exclusively through you. Only through you. Nowhere else can they get this. Nowhere else in the world will anybody be able to receive this except through you. Okay? We are going to change the world together. That's our commitment. We are with you on this journey. We're writing this new Aging Myth book with Joe. It's going to be amazing. And we are going to pull this out of our pockets and we are going to literally scan the world. Are you with me? Are you with Ryan? Are you with Joe? Are you with this amazing team of people who are committed to your success? I hope you are. And more importantly, I hope you're committed to the people around you that are hoping that you'll share this with them, because we really can truly improve the world. Now, somebody who's committed to improving the world, somebody who has the heart and the desire and the passion and the commitment that I just absolutely look up to. His name is Justin Kiesel. He's the president of global sales, but more importantly, he's a dear friend and a partner as we bring this to you. And I'd like to bring him out here today to tell you one little answer to one little question, which I see already coming on my text. I've been getting these texts all morning, all night. Everybody keeps talking to me about one simple thing. How do I qualify? Well, Justin's got an answer for that.
What's up, Steve? Nice work, buddy. Nice work. Hey, everybody. It's so great to be with you. I hope you're feeling the energy. I imagine many of you sitting wherever you're sitting, and you're reaching out to people who you've been thinking about for a while, thinking, man, when's the right time? And I can just imagine so many of you already connecting while we're on this call because of the energy that we're collectively feeling. So I love seeing the all-ins that are popping up on the screen. And I love the energy that we feel now, and no doubt we're going to continue to feel. So thank you. Thank you for being who you are. I'm all in. You're all in. I love that message that Amanda just shared. To go from 27,000 to 61,000, it's incredible. Earlier, Steve and I were talking, and he was sharing with me some data around how we've actually had 15 million people scan, but only 26 million scans. So what does that mean? On average, that means most people are not getting scanned twice. What a shame when you think of that. What a shame that most of the world is getting that information, and due to whatever, proximity, limited access to a scanner, the lost connection with the scanner the operator, but for whatever reason, most people didn't get a second scan. They didn't get a chance to see, are they making improvements? That problem's solved now, guys. We now have the ability to go and empower the entire world to know their number, to know where they are, and more importantly, to empower them with a solution. So I'm fired up about this. I'm fired up about the opportunity you're going to exclusively have to bring this to your team. And then I think about this platform. This is so much bigger than just a Prysm device, which is incredible. We're literally launching a wellness platform that's going to change the world. I think about the AgeLock platform and what we experienced collectively as you focused your energy consistently around that. And there's some of you that have had tremendous success. I'm excited to bring somebody on who not only had tremendous success building with that AgeLock platform, but she's also had the Scanner 1, the Scanner 2, the Scanner 3. She is a phenomenal leader. She's a Circle of Excellence 3, 16-year team elite, and somebody I just love and admire. I just recently came back from Singapore. Please welcome Lillian Ong, team lead out of Singapore.
Hi, Justin.
Hey, Lillian.
Yeah, hi. Good to see you.
You too.
Yeah. Hi, hi to all my global New Skin family. And I think this is a very emotional moment for me because I've been, with New Skin since I was 25. All right. So I joined the business when I'm 25, and now I'm almost 50, half a decade. All right. So, like Justin mentioned, that I joined New Skin during the 1.0 era, during the days where we have Scanner 1. And in fact, I just want to share a little bit about my journey. I know I have very little time, all right, but I'll do my very best. All right. So I actually joined New Skin when I was 25, and I grew up in the New Skin family. All right. And one of the reasons that attracted me was actually the potential of wellness and also the power of the New Skin innovation. All right. And I think that many of us in this room, we are the best testimonial to the efficacy of all Dr. Joe and his scientific team's innovation. So much so that every time when I'm in the marketplace, I'm always very proud to represent New Skin. All right. I actually joined New Skin during the all of the good, none of the bad. All right. Where we promise the customer that there's no harmful filler. And then we evolve to Age Lock, where we actually target aging at the source. All right. Back in our market, we focus a lot on the the weight loss market, where we actually help customers to solve weight loss at the source of the problem, and then we evolve to scanner. All right. So I still remember that when I was using the earlier version of the scanner, it was really quite pretty big, and it's slightly bulky. And I'm so glad that right now it's actually at the desktop level. All right. And I was very proud when I enter each family and each home and each talk, with the scanner, because we are truly the difference demonstrated, the measurable difference. So I love the fact that it's not about selling the supplement, but it's about educating the marketplace. Educating the marketplace about, whether do you know that your supplement is working in your body. And I think, New Skin always outdo itself. From an MLM company, it has evolved to a global leading wellness company. All right. I think from, just innovating nutritional and beauty product, it has evolved itself to the only company that can be the difference and the measurable difference. All right. So, actually, yeah, I think I just want to share one message over here, being a older leader in the New Skin family. I think that we all have a responsibility. All right, we all have a responsibility, to actually spread this good, because many of us has been a testimonial and a product of New Skin. Every day when I wake up in the morning, I'm so grateful for whatever I have today is through this New Skin business. All right. So I think we have a responsibility, because, as a team elite, we are the pillar of the company. We are the pillar of the company. And I think in this transformational era, I think New Skin really truly need our leadership. All right. Of course, I know that maybe in the marketplace, there's problems, there's challenges. But I think it's during challenging times we need leaders like New Skin, right? We need leaders, all right, and to focus on growth rather than problem, because there's always problem for everybody in every industry, all right? Because I believe that growth can solve all the problem, all right? So, and I think we need every one of you, all the superhero of New Skin, all the ambassadors of New Skin, because we are the pillar, like I mentioned, to really unite together, all right, to raise this brand to the next level, to grow our community, all right, and to reach our goal, because we have great backing up from the company, from the scientists. And, one thing that I always do in my business is to really move the business with faith, because I know New Skin has always have our back. And I think really we need everybody during this period of time to raise the brand to a higher ground, to bring New Skin to the next level. And definitely it's an all-in from us in the Southeast Asia market. Thank you, Justin.
Lillian, thank you so much. Every time I hear you speak, I'm inspired. Every time. And it was so great to be in Singapore recently. And thank you so much for being here, sharing your experience, sharing your wisdom. And I especially love that message. And I couldn't agree more. Doesn't it feel good to be talking about growth? Doesn't it feel good to be looking at this future and realizing we've got the chance to do something extraordinary together? Lillian, you couldn't have been more right. Growth is the answer to all of our challenges, and it's the opportunity that's in front of us. So thank you so much. You inspire me, and you just inspired everybody else. You're awesome. Thank you. I can't wait to see what you're going to do with this now. I already can imagine. So thank you so much. So one of the big questions that we get is when? Like, let's talk about timing. And I'll tell you, Steve and team have been really, really diligent. When we first started talking about this evolution and this innovation and the opportunity, it really was a 2027 timeline. And true to form, Mr. Overachiever went out there with his wonderful team, and they found a way to bring it sooner. So we're going to be able to bring this opportunity to the entire world next year. But I love that we have the opportunity. One of the things we know is if we get it into the hands of you, our most influential leaders, and your most influential up-and-coming leaders, we can truly prepare the world for this wellness movement that's about to come, for this wellness platform. And it's going to be exciting. And so we're preparing for you to be able to get early access later this year. What an opportunity as I look at the chance to get it into your hands first, as we then prepare for a global launch next year. So we're going to have a limited number as we come out of the gates. And actually, we're preparing, I'm excited about what Steve and team are preparing. They're preparing actually a limited edition version of this. Not just a limited number, a limited edition version that you're definitely going to want your hands on. Nobody else will be able to get one of these after this year. So that's an exciting thing as we look at what we get to do now, what we get to do to prepare to get this early access 2025. And it is going to require discipline. It's going to require consistency. I'm excited for us as a company to focus on this message. We love the passion to help us improve, but man, you don't have to do so much. Just give us the tools. We'll go do our thing. And we've heard you. Consistency and focus is what we're all about this year. And speaking of consistency and focus, I'm so grateful for great partners. I've had a chance to work with Thomas Kogler now on a regular basis for the last little while. This is a man of not just great talent. Not only does he have a great golf swing, one that I wish I had, but he is such a great leader, focused, disciplined, and he is compassionate. He cares about his team and he cares about his customers. There's so much we can learn from Thomas Kogler. I'm excited for you to hear from him. Thomas, looking forward to hearing. Let's go.
What's up, guys? Can you hear me? I hope you can
We
hear
hear
me.
you. You look great.
Thank you, man. I have a bad voice, but I wanted to come on. I'm so excited, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to go after my peers that we've been working so closely together. And to give you a little bit of a background on my side, is, I was a professional golfer, and momentum is created by doing the same thing for an extended period of time. I heard that from my greatest mentors in golf, and Ryan said that a few months ago, and I picked up on it again, and it giving me, reminding me back at the beginnings story of my humble beginnings in Nu Skin. We were working away for 3 years and really didn't have any momentum. And then all of a sudden, momentum started to pick up. But you learn out of history, right? And we looked back, and at the time, we didn't know momentum. We didn't know why we created momentum. And so we thought we figured this out. We've got the best system in the world. I don't know about you guys, but I know that a lot of people go through that phase where you kind of feel like, oh my goodness, I have the best, amazing system. And then all of a sudden, momentum starts to decline. And then you kind of start to think, well, we're doing the same thing, but why is momentum not there anymore? And then what I learned was, like in golf, there's principles. There's principles to everything. And in golf, it was, Ben Hogan in the 50s and Tiger Woods, and we all do the same. They all did the same principles that brought them to success. And then I looked at, the iPhone, and I'm sure, a lot of people of you have iPhones or have Androids, and we all use phones, right? There's a slight difference between all of our phones, but at the end of the day, we all do the same thing. So we're not so different. We're just a little bit different. But in network marketing, sometimes we think, oh, I'm so different, and China is so different, and then Australia is so different, and those other companies are so different. But at the end of the day, we all work on the same principles. And I had the privilege of, the last few months spending with Kenton and Charlie and Reinho and Scott and, collaborating, talking about the future of where we're going. And Charlie said co-creating, and I'm so proud of co-creating and coming to the conclusion we all do the same. We all create customers, we make them to distributors, we try to keep our customers happy, we try to get retention up. We all work around the same principles. We're not that different. So in order to get this, our businesses and all around the world to get Nu Skin in momentum, it's about messaging. It's about a consistent messaging. And this is exactly why I'm so excited, because I feel that we all speak the same message. If we're not focusing in on the little details that we are different, yes, but the 90%, like the phones, we all have the same phone, but we use different apps maybe, but we are so much more alike than we are different. So that's why I'm so excited, and I'm so happy about this co-creation part, because we will create messaging that will stay consistent. And we've just talked about today with Rain, and we crave for this consistent messaging. And this is exactly why I'm so excited for the future. And then it will create huge momentum again. And we can all be part of this momentum, because this is a pivotal moment in history right now. And I've never been more excited about this opportunity, about this platform that we're about to launch. So let's go out there and let's co-create, let's work together, because we're more the same than we are different. So Justin, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. So momentum is created by everyone doing the same thing for an extended period amount of time.
I love it, Thomas. I love it. And I don't know if anybody noticed when Thomas held up his phone, it's 1:20 in the morning for you. Your energy is inspiring at 1:20 in the morning. Thank you for staying up with us. Thank you for sharing that passion, those insights. Momentum is accomplished by doing the same thing over and over again for an extended period of time. I love it. And that's what we're about to do. We've heard the feedback. We're excited to stay on a story and to partner with you for an extended period of time too. Thomas, thank you. You're the man. I always appreciate time with you.
Thank you.
So listen, I can't imagine how many new team elites we're going to see come as a result of this movement, this new wellness platform that we're launching today. We're going to have so many new team elites. Part of you, but you're probably wondering, team elites for what? What trip? Because we've heard from many of you. You haven't told us yet where we're going. Well, what do you say we take that weight out of the way, and then I'm going to tell you how to get your Prysm. But I'm excited to see so many more of you on our next Team Elite trip, and for us to be able to share with you this exciting destination that we're about to experience. So take a look, and let's see where we're headed. So what do you think? Who's excited to go to South Africa with us? I am fired up about this. It's been on my bucket list. I know it is for many of you, and I can't wait. So we're going to have so many more qualifiers too. We truly are preparing to see a significant increase in the number of people going. It's going to be incredible. I can't wait to be there with you. But that's not the only reward you're going to unlock as we launch this whole wellness platform this year. I'm excited to share with you that backed by popular demand and as promised, there will be a Platinum Elite 2026. So not only are you running for that incredible Team Elite trip, we're bringing back the Platinum Elite program. I can't wait to share who earned it this year, and we'll give those on the cruise this summer. That's going to be fun as we share those great rewards that many of you have earned. But we're going to share so many more next year. I can't even imagine how many more. So we will again offer the global $2 million pool that'll be available to all of you that grow. But one of the things that we're going to do to evolve this year, we've received a lot of really great feedback and suggestions, recognizing that we put some additional benchmarks out there that if you went and unlocked those, that we would unlock additional rewards for you, additional dollars that would go into the total pool. So what we're going to do, you'll hear more details from your region presidents and from us very soon. We're going to take this, in addition to the global pool that I just shared, we're going to take it to a regional level. You will be rewarded as your region grows with the ability to earn shares from a regional Platinum Elite pool as well. It's an exciting innovation that's going to allow you to have more control. We've heard from you. We can't control the globe, but we can control our home market. We love that focus. We know many of you are building a global business. We know some of you are focused right at home. We want to reward you for growth that's happening right in your backyard. So more details on that coming soon, but I'm fired up that we get to not only go to an incredible destination in South Africa and experience that safari, but to roll out another version, an innovative version of the Platinum Elite program. It's really an exciting time to be about Nu Skin. It's time to grow, guys. I think you're feeling it. I hope you're feeling it. I know I am. I'm committed to doing my part. I know the role that we as a company need to play. We have got to make sure we continue to provide you innovative products. We pay you on time, and we're going to provide you with the best tools and support we possibly can. From there, it's up to you guys to go do your thing. We understand that. We're committed to that. One of the things that we know we collectively need, we've talked a lot about customers, and customers are always going to be important in our business. But we know that customers come as we get healthy brand reps in the business. And as your healthy brand reps advance in titles, start to grow organizations, they bring on new affiliates, new brand reps, and the customers follow. We're going to do everything we can to help you this year to grow the channel, to bring on healthy brand reps, and that's going to be one of the ways. I realize I haven't yet told you, what do I need to do to qualify? You're going to hear more from your region presidents, but it is going to be a heavy focus this year on growing the channel and growing healthy brand representatives. And I want you to know, we've also heard the feedback. You know, we're committed to doing everything we can. Like, our desire to partner with you, to empower you, to help you accomplish your big goals is so great. Sometimes we get a little overzealous, and we've heard that feedback. That you guys continue to throw programs at us that we can see are well-intended. They're thought out. There's data behind them. But sometimes they work in certain markets. Sometimes they don't work in other markets. And it's been so interesting to watch that dynamic around the world. A concept that just crushes it in one place, and leaders embrace it, and they thrive and they grow. In another place, it just doesn't take root. And while I agree with Thomas that there's a lot we have in common, as I've had the chance to travel around the world, one of the things I've recognized is there are some unique elements from market to market. I love celebrating our diversity. I love celebrating that uniqueness and who you are. And we recognize that a one-size-fits-all approach to how you qualify for this probably isn't going to work. And so what I'm going to do, what I've already done, I spoke with all your region presidents. They've been gathering input from you over the past few weeks. We're turning this over to you and your region presidents to have your own local version of how you're going to qualify. Truly co-created. It's going to be an opportunity for us to unveil this to the world. So you're going to hear in the next couple of weeks from your region president exactly how you're going to get your hands on this limited edition version. But know that the intent is for this to be exciting, co-created in a spirit of partnership with you. We believe in the power of partnership. We believe we're better together. We're going to do everything we can. But most importantly, we believe in you. There is real power in you. And I just want you to know we're committed to being a better partner. but I can't convey enough how badly we need you. We need your influence. We need your leadership now more than we ever have. And I'm so grateful that we have partners like you. The best part of my job is when I get to go and sit in front of you and hear feedback, hear how passionately you want to grow, how strong your desire is to live our mission and bring people along and experience what you're experiencing. There's power in you. We need you, and we're excited to co-create and build that future together. Listen, as I wrap, I just want to reiterate, the future of wellness starts now. This device is only a part of the platform we're going to unveil. The opportunity for us to do something truly extraordinary is here today. There is no yesterday. We have right here, right now, the history of the future of wellness right in front of us. So I am grateful to you. I'm excited for you. I can't wait to partner with you more and more and to watch us do some remarkable things this year and for the decades to come as we unveil this wellness platform. Now, speaking of people who inspire me and a future that's bright, I've had the chance to get to know Kenton Worthington quite well over the last couple of years. Every time he talks, he inspires me. He shares insights with me that give me perspective, that help me to make better decisions, that help me think more deeply about things. Kenton, I couldn't be more grateful for you. And I also know it's really early in the morning for you, but I want to thank you for being here. Kenton's going to bring us home and share his thoughts on how all this comes together and how we can take advantage of this special moment. Kenton?
Hey, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for my peers. I hope that Justin, Ryan, for me, I've been to a lot of meetings in the last nearly 30 years that I've been involved in the industry, and I hope that you'll continue to do this. I've gotten so much from our peers. I want to thank each one of you. You know, Amanda, your smile, man, and how easily you talk in front of a camera. I hope you'll teach us at some point. 33 years ago, I was invited to my first network marketing meeting. And the thing that I remember most about that is that one of the speakers standing on stage said that our very biggest leader has not yet joined the company. In fact, they haven't even been born yet. I was 17 years old, and that struck something in my heart that was very powerful. It meant that regardless of the timing, for me, that there was hope, that somebody that at the time I felt like, you know, very small and unimportant, I knew that I could be successful in this industry. So many years later, I joined the industry. I was in another company. We were selling supplements. And I wanted to recruit the biggest new skin leader from a company that I thought was for only skincare and for girls. His name was Nathan Ricks. I was able to get a meeting with him. And in that meeting, I presented to him a company that was just like Nu Skin, only better. He said, "Tell me about your products." I said, "Well, they're similar to Nu Skin's, they're just better." "What about your compensation plan?" The answer was the same, just like Nu Skin, only better. At the end of my impassioned sales pitch to one of Nu Skin's greatest leaders of all time, he looked at me and he said, "You know, I really like you, but I've got bad news. Your company will be bankrupt in 5 years." And I honestly, I was in shock, and I thought to myself, what are the ego of this guy? In fact, I probably turned most of my ears off at that moment because I was flabbergasted, frankly. How could he know that? And then he proceeded to share with me something that literally went over my head. He talked about antioxidants. He talked about the importance of knowing the product was actually benefiting people and getting into their body. And I remember responding saying, "I've never even heard of antioxidants. What are they?" He said, "Well, they're in that product that you're selling. Are you sure that the product that you're selling is actually benefiting people? Do you even know if it works?" Now listen to the naive response of a 25-year-old who was overly confident. I quickly retorted and I said, "We sold over $100 million worth of our product last year, and no one cared if they could measure and prove." Well, his prediction was wrong. The company went bankrupt not in 5 years, but in 2 years. And 2 years later, he was following up with me, calling me and inviting me to come and listen to the biophotonic scanner. So as we sit here tonight, and I've heard my peers share their stories, some of them really new, like Amanda, and others, Lillian, like you, that is inspiring to me, because I noticed on everybody's picture, everyone looks younger than their first picture. And in your case, that's, almost over 20 years. So I think we can see an incredible pattern of what this company can do for us. When Nathan invited me to look at this revolutionary technology, I remember starting to complain to him, and he didn't let me drone on very quickly. He stopped me and he said, "Everything in your life, Kenton, has prepared you for this moment." And I hope that, look, I'm talking to the greatest leaders of our industry. It's not lost on me that any one of you could be in my place right now, closing, sharing some final thoughts in this call. I just want you to know how humbled I am and how much I respect each of you, and that I hope in this next 20 years that we can get to know each other better and understand each other and have conversations like this where we get to hear our stories. I want you to know that I know everything that we've been through, at least for me, and maybe not for you, but the last few years have been difficult. I felt like I was in a dryer with rocks, feeling a lot of uncertainty and not as clear as I want to be. But when I look at the business that has blessed my life and allowed me now to be married and have an 8-month-old child and spend as much time as I want with my family, the durable nature of my business was built on this scanner story. And the story that Nathan Rick shared with me, that I had so much hope and faith in, that I took incredible action to try and position myself so that I could leave a legacy. And like Charlie opened up, someday have the hope that someone in my family would come to me and say, "Kenton, tell us about Nu Skin. We want to continue that great legacy." I feel, as Lillian said, we have a deep responsibility to continue to carry that forward. And so I know all of you feel this way, and I believe that the mission and vision that Nathan shared with me, that was unable to be achieved, frankly. The technology wasn't there. The foundation that was laid with the 15 million people that have been scanned, all the work that Joe and Steve, all of the things that the different people have done, that we're standing on the shoulders of giants. And because I believe gratitude leads to greatness, I want to end with that thought. We are so deeply grateful for the giants that have come before us. And I do want all of you to know, I still believe in my heart that the biggest leader of our company has not possibly even been born. And it could be my daughter, who's 8 months old. And that gives me cause to think very seriously about the next 20 years of my life. And I want to lead with action. I want to lead with this last quote, which is what Nathan shared with me when I broke down. I'd finally made the decision to leave the company I was with and go on a journey with Nu Skin. I trusted him and his vision, and I broke down and I cried. I told him I was afraid, and anyone that knows Nathan knew that he didn't have time for that. And he clapped his hands and he said, "Kenton, suck it up, man. You can suck on the thumb of fear. Here's what he said, you can sit in the corner, hiding under a table, sucking on the thumb of fear for the rest of your life. Or you can stand up right now, make a decision, and change everything forever." And then he said this, "Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is but one elementary truth. And that is that the very moment that one definitely commits oneself, then and only then, providence moves to, and all sorts of things begin to occur which no man or woman would have dreamt possible." I only heard that one time, and it was burned into my mind and my heart. And I spent the better part of the following 15 years trying to share that vision. With some sadness, I must say that I lost my way. And the last nearly decade, although I was a great beneficiary of this incredible business vehicle that has blessed my life, I stopped sharing, I stopped growing, I stopped trusting, and I went back into the corner under the table of fear, sucking on my thumb sometimes. But I am grateful for Ryan Napierski and for Charlie Patterson coming and rescuing the lost sheep. And I hope that there's somebody on this Zoom, all of us high-level achievers who've done incredible things, that might resonate with my story and know that it's okay. Doesn't matter where we've been, because just like what Nathan said, everything has prepared us for this moment. And because gratitude leads to greatness, Nathan, I want you to know that I'm deeply grateful that you didn't give up on me and provided me with, as you promised, a vehicle and a way to not only change my life, but to leave a legacy for everyone that comes after. Thank you all, and thank you for the trust, allowing me to share with my peers. I love you all, and I can't wait to see you all on this new trip and accomplish incredible things together with this new opportunity.
Kenton, unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. You are all heart. You are all heart, and every single one of these leaders around the globe, Thomas, Amanda, Lillian, Charlie, we could have had any one of you team elites on this call. I was receiving text messages throughout this call. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this. So I'm going to wrap up now. Imagine that you had something that would change the world. Literally change the world. Something that will make people happier, healthier, and actually live longer. And imagine that it was in your pocket. That's what we got here. We have technology that will change the world through an empowerment opportunity that you power that will change this world. And this is all exclusively through you. It's only through you. And so we have just one ask, and that's it. We need you. We need this leadership. As I started this call, I've learned a lot of things over the past few years as CEO, but the most important thing and the most important lesson you've taught me in these one-on-one discussions is the power of that partnership I talked about in the beginning. The company and you leaders working together to go out and change the world. I absolutely know that together, our absolute best days are going to be ahead of us. Everything, as Kenton said, that we have accomplished up until now is literally just setting the foundation for what we will do moving forward. What you are going to do in improving lives, in inspiring people to change their circumstance, to change their outlook, to become an optimist in a pessimistic world, to become an opportunist in a world that's starting to really suffer, is all left to you to do. I am so excited about the future. I am so excited about this technology, and we have just one goal, and that one goal is to scan the world, to change the world, and empower the world to discover the best in themselves that every one of you know changes your life and everyone's life that it touches. So thank you for listening. We are going to be on a global virtual tour. We will be out in your markets working together with your region presidents, with you leadership to take this to the world. The future starts now. Start qualifying now for your Prysm. Start qualifying, and let's get out there and let's do something that will literally change the planet. Thank you for your partnership. We love you. I can't wait to see you some part of the world very soon. For those that I don't see before then, I can't wait to see you on the Aegean Sea cruise, where we are going to be celebrating all of this amazing work and painting the future together, co-created just as we promised. Thank you. Have a good one. Get on with your day or your night wherever you are. See ya.